Good morning. Actually, it's almost noontime. Temperature is pretty good today. I'm taking a break from the deck. I did a little yesterday because it was more bearable, less humidity, and I was able to do a little bit, but it won't show here on video because some of it I did underneath. Now, my intention is to replace all the wood from the pressure treated that I put down there up to here, which is going to be a total of 10 boards, 10 2x6 pressure treated. And unfortunately, I can only carry about 5 in the big van between the seats. If I try to carry 10, it's going to put a lot of pressure on the armrests because I can only put them in the center because they're 8 foot long. Otherwise, I'd have to leave the back doors open, and I don't want to do that. Sure do miss my pickup truck, but anyways, that's beside the point right now. We had to get rid of that years ago because it needed $1,200 worth of front end work, mainly the brakes and stuff. Let me take you up here. Now the water bottles I've already mentioned many times, but I use them as a barricade to keep anybody from coming up through here. I temporarily filled in the holes right here, and I had some nice 2x8s underneath the shed, and I may just leave those in there. The wood from this point on doesn't seem to be too bad. Over here, yes, that's a bad area, and that joist is pretty bad. And what I'm doing is, as I'm working on this, I'm replacing some stuff underneath. But I may not get this at all this year. This is temporary right here. I just cut off some of the wood that I had that was not rotted and filled it in there temporarily. Unfortunately, there's a gap there, but that's why I put the bottles there to prevent anybody falling in. So the main concern is this area for now is going to have to be done all at once. Now, if you count them over, everything from this side of the 4x4 rail is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. That's a 2x4 that I got laying there, right there where my foot is, in order to match up to this. So, eventually this will have to be replaced. I kind of wish I didn't put this notch in here. The simple reason for the notch is so I could take my big yellow crowbar, stick it in there, and pop this up, rather than to risk taking my little skill saw and trying to cut it and risk cutting into this. But and I cut them off here, and rather than to disturb this, I just sistered another 2x4, because that's all I had, in here, so I'd have something to screw these to. I may just leave this way, I don't know. But being that that's a 2x8 and these are 2x6, you can see they're not going to match. But I'm at a point where I just don't care, as long as it is strong, and it definitely is strong. No question about that. And the reason I had to work in this area, because there was one 2x6 that you can actually, go through eventually, I had to take a hammer and I hit it a couple of good hard whacks and it broke right through. These are solid. I banged on them with a heavy hammer all the way through, and there's no rot in here that's going to be hazardous. Now, the way these are in here, you notice that this one right here is a 2x3, okay? Because they're not coming out even. This is a good old pressure treated 2x8, which will not have to be taken out. That was replaced when I did all these other stringers underneath here, the double ones that I made. If you look back on my video I made 10 years ago. So I figured I'd make a little video for you here to show you I'm taking a break until Monday. I figure to go back on it. Sunday, Tommy's going to be doing some recording. He's going to do all the recording for the car show. I'm not doing any. And Steve, the Polish hot dog's coming down, and we're going to be walking. Well, Tommy's going to the car show too, but he's going to be just videoing, and he'll go on his way and do it, and Steve and I will just walk around and look at the cars. So that will be on video. Looking forward to that. The way the weather's been, I'm not going to complain about it because there's no point in it. But temperature-wise today it's good, but unfortunately I can't do anything because I don't have the material, and I'd rather work in long sleeves and a light jacket. The last video, when Tommy was speeding it up, a lot of it became boring. I was slowing down. I was leaning on the railing. Just about almost totally exhausted because the heat and humidity was getting to me. I can't take that crap. I'm sorry. That's just me, and that's it. I just can't. It saps me. It saps everything out of me, and of course, at my age now, it's getting a lot harder to do things. So there were some points where I had to put 4-inch nails because of the joist. As you can see, the joist gets split when you use 1, 2, 3 nails, which I'm no longer doing. I was told to put one here and one here. That's all you need. That's the main reason for preventing the coupling. Putting one here accomplishes nothing. When you have 1, 2, 3 nails in a row, what you're going to do is it's going to split the joist. 1, 2, 3. Whether it be 3 screws or whether it be 3 nails. So you can see here, years ago. Well, actually, I did 2 here. These are the old ones. I did 2. So there was a point in time where I used to use 3, but I'm looking at my old work here, and I have only used 2. Okay? And this is Douglas fir here. So I figured I'd make this little video. Tommy's at work right now. A lot of times I start the video like I do now, and Tommy's working, so I just set the camera on the rail, or sometimes I set it in here on the board. And you may notice that each time I move or bang, there's a little vibration like this. I'm shaking my hand deliberately doing that. Well, that's because that little board has a piece of metal coming up about that long that the Boblov W1 slides on it. So any movement on the deck, even though the deck isn't moving, so to speak, there's vibration, and it makes that little piece of metal vibrate. And of course it shows in the video. So I just wanted to point that out to you. So, okay, now I'm giving you a little video to give you an update on things. And this is the junk pile. It's getting bigger of the Douglas fir. And this is what happens when you don't have wood preservative. This is what happens. So eventually I'll hire somebody to get rid of this whole thing, and maybe I'll get a little wire fence or something. I can buy a little small section of wire fence if I don't cost too much, and just go around this stump here area, because this is an eyesore. But I'm using this for my junk wood area right now, and I'll have to hire somebody to get rid of it all when I'm all done with the deck project. And as I said before, the section here, the redwood section from the pressure treated back to here, will probably not be done this year, because I have never seen a fall so bad. A summer has been terrible, the worst summer I can ever remember. The humidity, it's like living in the tropics. Rain every day. Fall, rain every day. Usually September is the month I can do things. I couldn't do it. As you can see, I almost died out here. I felt like I was going to die. You know, I feel like I'm going to pass out. That's why Tommy sped the video up. And I'm just being honest with you. I was just leaning on the railing and trying to just... the heat was killing me. That's basically all I can tell you about that. So, if I can get the rest of this replaced, here, we're fine. This was done in 2003. At that time, you could not buy Couponol, but I was able to get oil-based stain, and I coated each wood before I put it down. My cousin's husband, Sam, who died young at age 66, the carpenter, he's helped me build this and the ramp. So that wood is good. This wood, like I say, was put in 10 years ago. So that's not speaking too good for the crappy oil-based crap. Over here, we got deck rot, railing. This is Douglas fir, and it's bad. I think the simple way for me to do it is get some pressure-treated wood and just nail it down on top of this. It's good here. Always rots out here, no matter what I put in it. Even boiled linseed oil I poured in here. And I even bondoed it. I had it all nice. Now it's all rotting out again. Rotting out here. All soft underneath here. These posts are original since 1986 when I built this. 1986. These are original 4x4 pressure treated. That's the only thing on this deck that lasted this long. Same with here. The crisscrosses are standard Douglas fir. They have been replaced. They're not original. There are a couple that are original. Offhand, I don't know what they would be. But the most rot I have is the joist that runs next to the house all the way over. It was not pressure treated. I paid for it, but did not get it. But I didn't know. But we're dealing with that my way. Okay, so there won't be any more on this project, and occasionally I'm going to be doing stuff on it off camera. A lot of times when Tommy's working, I don't have the time to go and fart around with the camera. So I simply do the best I can. It's more important for me to get the job done than fart around with the camera. So When Tommy's home, then I let him do the video, and he's been doing the video editing and speeding up the parts that are boring, or me complaining about the hot weather and this and that, and and I'm finding more rot than I want, and it puts me in a bad mood, to be perfectly honest with you. So, and that's it, folks. We've got a wet day today. Nothing new. The weather pattern is bad, and I have a feeling we're going to get a lot of snow. We're probably going to get nor'easters every week. If we base it on how much rain we're getting every single weekend, Friday and Saturday, Friday and Saturday, Friday and Saturday. So, all right. So, overall, it's coming out good. It's very, very strong. There's no doubt about that. To do it completely right, I would have to tear everything out down to the posts, and just the frame. I'd have to replace that joist over there, that joist next to the house, which is always the one that goes bad all the time. I'd have to tear it right down to the frame. And I'm 79 years old now. In December, I'll be 80. I didn't think I'd live that long. After all, my dad only lived to be 57. I know I cannot do what I did 10 years ago. But I am surprised that I'm able to still do enough to maybe get this done, at least on that far side, on the other side of the bottles. There's no danger of anything coming through here. This is all good and solid right here. I may have to put some more pressure-treated 2x6s underneath the air conditioner. I got to do one at a time because I got that bracing there that has to be supported right here. So you got a 2x6 going there, and it's always wet underneath there because you got your water coming off the house. Okay, and once we know we're clear from hurricanes, I can get rid of all these bottles. Oh, okay. This is a long one. One continuous clip. Thanks for watching. When we start on part 3, you will see it sometime next week, if all goes well. I got to pick up some more pressure-treated 2x6s, and I have to probably make a couple of trips just to get the 10 that I need, carrying 5 at a time, and that was pretty expensive. Then I have to buy some more of those deck screws for $11.50 for a 1 pound box of them. There's no point in buying a 5 pound box for $37 because if I'm not able to finish the rest of the deck, why do that? It costs more to buy them individually like that, but I have to do what I have to do. On a budget here, we got a lot of expenses, so, we're doing the best we can. I want to thank all my loyal viewers for watching. I did a lot of thinking about this and wasn't really going to put any more projects up either, even though I said I may. But we're going to do it and see how everything works out. And that's it. At least I give you a little entertainment. Remember, this is what I can afford and the way I can do it. It does not mean it's done right. But one thing's for sure, it is very, very strong. When I build something, It is very strong. That's why I elected using 2x6s, not those decking boards, which you can, when those rot out, your foot can go right through them. If I was to use decking boards, I would have to put them every 12, the joists would have to be 12 inches apart on center. The joist on this here, on the 2x6s, as I said, was 21 inches on center, which is fine for a 2x6. Okay, that's it, folks. This is the video for today.